Good. So hello out in Facebook land. Here we are again in Newcastle County, Delaware, and we're in a different room today, and it's all Christmasified. It's quite beautiful in here. I think it's really a nice gift to be in a different space sometimes. So, we are going to do a really easy moving mindfulness practice called Tai Chi Cha. That's what if you are a cancer, not survivor, but thriver of cancer, then you are welcome to be here for free every week if you like. And I do have a few people here in the room with me. You just can't see them. But they are experienced practitioners. So I think today we're just going to begin at the beginning and do the full Monty. We're going to go right through. So this won't be much of a teaching practice. We're just going to do the thing. But one of the things we always say in the teaching community about Tai Chi Chuan, one of the advantages of teaching this rather than Spanish or something hard, is that the best way to do it is with the effort of no effort. So even worrying about, am I doing this right? That is too much work. And so for those of you who have never encountered Tai Chi Chuan before, I want you to completely divorce yourself from any concerns about whether or not you're doing it right. Because as I said a moment ago, I'm going to begin at the beginning and run right through. Just ask your body to do some reasonable facsimile of what you're watching me do, and that's going to be more than good enough Tai Chi Cha, right? Because another thing we always say in the teachers community is there's no such thing as bad Tai Chi Cha. It's all good and it gets good. So that's what we're going to do. So now, I I don't think that I need to do any of the practice, any of the moves seated today, because you're both fully comfortable being standing. But if I need to sit, I will. Yeah. Last night, I have an aching leg, and we don't have to put the weather. Yeah. Yeah, I actually have some inflammation in my knees right now. So, but the cool thing about Tai Chi Chuan is it's so analgesic. That's really the truth. The minute you start to move, it's so analgesic. The only times in the last week that I haven't had any pain in my knees is when I'm either doing or teaching Tai Chi Chuan. So long story short, if I sit down at some point, it's going to be either because somebody in the room is seated and I want to just do one of the movements seated, or because my knees are bugging me or whatever. But to the brain, it really doesn't differentiate between the standing and the seated practice or even the intentional practice. So like I said, it's all good and it just gets gooder. But let's first, because we all kind of went through stuff to get here. I think we were all really kind of pushing the envelope getting here on time today. I had a little minor medical emergency in my house, so I left the house late. So let's first just really get present. Let's just feel the feet touching the floor. And since at least the three of us are seated, let's also feel our sit bones pushing down into the chair. And let's begin the practice of letting our thoughts and our whole selves really be right here where our feet and sit bones are, right in the present moment, right here, right now. So if you feel comfortable doing so and you're in a chair and you won't lose your balance or fall over, you can close your eyes for this part. And just let your mind's eye kind of dive in and drift down till it finds some place to settle on somewhere in about the middle of your body. And as the Buddhists would say, I'm getting ready to call the bell. It's a fancy way of saying I'm going to ring it 3 times. And your whole job until I ring it again is just to mentally look at this spot you have chosen to pay attention to as best you can. And of course, if your mind wanders, that's normal because that's what human minds do. And you can just sort of thank it for sharing and invite it back to the spot that you would prefer it paid attention to. So let's begin. ahead and bring yourself fully back to the rest of us. And why don't we go ahead and stand up? You hear my knees making noise. Say again. Oh, that's great. I forgot about that. That's why they're not here. Yeah. So maybe he's live streaming with us today. I would like to visualize that. Good. All right. So here we are. We're just going to rest. Find whatever comfortable foot position works for you. My sister has a torn meniscus right now, and she discovered that the V shape she had always used just isn't working anymore. So she's going to adjust her foot position. This is a very customizable practice. And just feel your body at rest. And when I'm facing you, I'm going to mirror you. When I turn sideways, I will not. And let's begin with rocking motion. Nice. And now, Gwen, if you feel any instability, you might even want to put the chair next to you so you can reach it really easily without leaning forward. That's up to you. Yeah. It's mostly a placebo. Yeah. Most of the time when I give people permission to reach out to a chair, they don't need it anymore. It's a suggestion. It makes people happy knowing there's a safety net. And I'll just say this for our online audience, that generally speaking, we do some combination of 9 repetitions of most of the moves, but this is the warm-up move, so we often do a lot more than 9. I'm just going to keep going until I feel like we're all in the groove. And we do 3 more. Here's 2. On the last one, we're just going to head back the direction we came from. Feel your body resting. And let's do bird flaps its wings. Here we go. Here's the circle. Nice. Nice. Let's do one more set. And let's feel the body at rest. And let's do around the platter. We'll start with the left foot out. Good. Here we go. Nice. I'm not the greatest counter on the planet, but we're going to pretend this next one is 9, even if it isn't. And we're going to flow back to rest. Nice. And let's do it with your, oops, your right foot out now. I know. I'm mirroring you now. Here we go. Nice. And feel your front leg filling up and bending as your rear leg empties and straightens, and then they reverse. Back legs bent and full, front legs bent and full. We're going to do one more repetition. And we're going to rest. Ah, nice. Let's do a round the platter variation, beginning with your left foot out. Good. Here we go. Let's do one more. Nice. Ah, nice. And let's do it with the right foot out now. Here we go. Nice. Let's do one more here. Nice. Let's do daughter on the mountaintop. Start with the left foot out. Here we go. Nice. We're going to do one more. And we're going to do it with the right foot out now. One more. Feel your body at rest. And let's do daughter in the valley with the left foot out first. Here we go. Let's do one more. And with the right foot out. Here we go. I'm not sure if this next one is mine, but we're going to call it mine. Nice. And let's do carry the ball to the side. Everybody's going to have enough room, right, to go to the side. We'll start on your right. I'll move over a little bit. Here we go. Now resist the urge to swing your arms. There we go. And you can do this move by letting the weight shift and the waist turn carry your arms for you. So feel the weight shift and the wind up kind of placing your arms up here for you. Good. And just relax your arms and then let the weight shift carry them across the bottom. All you got to do is bend and unbend your elbows, really. That's it. It's just less work. Hey, we're all familiar with that phrase, less is more, but in Tai Chi Chuan, it so totally applies. Less work equals a lot more return, more energy, more pain relief, more relaxation. Hmm, nice. And let's go the other way now. So we're going to start on your left in order to flow to your right. Nice. Feel your left leg filling up. Okay? And now feel your right leg filling up. And that'll help you know how to end the series most easily. Feel the right leg filling up. And this time, as your right leg fills up, you're going to rise up on it. That's it. That's easier than stepping back, right? I don't know if that was 2 sets. We're going to do another set. Yeah, I lost track. And we're going to rest. Nice. And let's do push-pull. I'm going to start with your left foot out. Here we go. Let's do one more. Nice. And let's do it with your right foot out. Here we go. One more. And let's do pulling in the energy. Let's start with your left foot out. Here we go. One more. And other side. And let your hands flow out over whichever foot is sticking out. You can do it the other way, but it may feel weird. That's what we're talking about there. Did it feel wonky? There you go. Here, I'm going to show you from the side. One more. Nice. Feel your body at rest. And let's do pulling taffy. So I will mirror you. Oh, it's nice and warm in here. I almost feel like I need to take my sweatshirt off. Okay, here we go. We're setting the movement up on your right in order to pull taffy to the left. Yeah, good. Nice. One more. And we're just going to rest here. And let's do anchor taffy. I'll begin on your right side again. Remember, this is one of only two moves in which the rear heel does not leave the ground. So we don't go quite as far forward on the forward reaching part. Nice. Nice. Let's do one more set. Let me turn around so we're all going the same way. Although Glenn's doing a great job after not having done the practice in a while. You're really doing a good job. You're doing a great job. Many people find these four moves somewhat confusing, but you do not seem to be confused barely at all. And let's just feel the body at rest. Good. And now we're going to do wrist circles, Taffy. I'll just stay facing away from you so we're all going the same direction. So feel your body moving slightly backwards and then slightly forwards as it sort of drops down and rises up. And then we're all going to pull Taffy from right to left. I lost track, so we're going to do one more set. Err on the possible side of having done too few. Let's do that. Feel your body at rest. Nice. Let's do perpetual motion, Taffy, and I'll stay facing away from you. Okay? So here we go. This TV set is sort of like a mirror. I can see you guys in it. I don't know if you know that. Like a black mirror. Let's do one more set. Oh, nice. Good. And let's do working the pulley with the left foot out. Here we go. Let's do one more. And let's do the other side. we go. Here's our last one. Light at the top of the head, light at the temple. Here we go. And mixing forward and hold. And do the second part. Mixing forward. I have a tickle in my throat. Just take care of that. It's not going to go away. Yeah, I felt myself swallow funny a minute ago, and it just got worse. Okay, joyous breath. I will mirror you. So we're going to step out with the left foot a little bit, and here we go. Here's from the side. One more time. Good. And feel your body resting. Nice. And we're going to do passing clouds, beginning on your left side. That's it. Nice. See if you can let your upper arms be very heavy and allow them to just hang down from the shoulder sockets. Let's do one more set here. Ah, good heavens, we have so much time. Let's go over that one again. I'm going to turn around so we're both going the same way. Let's do it one arm at a time. Now, before we go anywhere, I want you to just let your arms hang down from your shoulders and notice the sensations in your upper arms right now. Just notice how your upper arms are heavy. They're just hanging down the same way they would if you were a skeleton. You had no muscles, right? All right, so now we're going to sink and shift and then turn towards the left and then just bend your left elbow. So about here is about where the top hand will be at all times. If you find that it's going higher, you're lifting your arm, right? Yeah. So about here is about the highest it's going to be. So let's just do a couple circles, mostly with the arm from the elbow down. And we're just going to use the left arm for now. So let your right leg get out there. And see if you can do 90% of the circle from the elbow down. I mean, there's a little wobble in the upper arm, but it's mostly because right here the hand turns out. But can you feel how the circle can be done like really almost 100% from the elbow down? Can you feel that? Yeah. Here all you do is just open your elbow and then the weight shift will carry the hand across the bottom. And then here you just bend the elbow. Good. So we're going to let this arm hang down. Let's go over to your right and then just bend the right elbow. And again, notice like how the top of this hand doesn't need to go any higher than this. So if you find that it's up here, you're lifting your arm and it's just unnecessary, right? Just notice how you can do all kinds of circles from the elbows down with this hand. So here we go. We're just going to open this elbow and then let the weight shift carry the hand across the bottom and then just bend the elbow and let the weight shift carry it across the top. Now I'm going to zip it. Just feel this. Nice. Now we're going to let the right hand hang down and we're going to do the full Monty, beginning with the left. And if things all fall apart, as long as you move soft and smooth, and with as little effort as you can muster, you're still going to be doing great Tai Chi Jessica. So here we go. And then right here, the right hand just sort of turns perpendicular to the body, and that way it can just be carried across on your way back to the left. And on the ends, the hands just change places. Top drops, bottom rises. And this is one of the only moves in which both feet stay glued to the ground. There's not a lot of them in this practice. This is one of them. I think this is our ninth set. We'll call it 9. And we're going to end here. Ah, nice. Good. And since I'm faced away from you, let's go ahead and do 6 healing sounds. And then we'll conclude our practice. Here we go. Left hand, left foot first. Rear heel stays anchored down on this one too. One more. Nice. And let's do cosmic consciousness pose. Here we go. Just kiss your right ankle with your left heel. Let your fingertips overlap, and the left hand is going to be the one that's closer to your body than the right. And let's go ahead and take our seats and do a little bit more good old-fashioned seated silent mindfulness. I'm going to go on you. I'm sorry. I like to feel in the car, but I'm going to keep my feet. I know. I was negotiating a lip here on the carpet today. That was interesting. It's kind of annoying. But you know what? It made me really think about the soles of my feet, so it helped me be more present. All right, so find that totally effortless position for the upper body where you're not using any core muscles to hold yourself up. And the back of the chair isn't doing it for you either. You're just balanced here. And let your mind's eye dive in and drop down to a spot somewhere in the middle of your body. And let's go ahead and call the bell and just look at that spot once again until I call you back. Here we go. Go ahead and bring your attention back to the room. And if your eyes were closed, now would be a good time to open them. That was nice. You know what? I think we're all a little bit rattled. Well, Chinwei never looks rattled. Sometimes I feel like I have to hold a mirror under your nose to make sure you're breathing. But I was quite rattled when I got here, but now I'm totally chill. So obviously the Tai Chi just sank in, and I think we're all relaxed. So y'all online, I'll see you in 2 weeks. I'm gonna just turn off the live stream here, and I'll sit and chat with the people in the room a little longer if they like.